What's good? We back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the new Rumble pack that I just released. 21 different presets you can just drag and drop, or you can use the adjustment clips. My initial goal was to try to recreate shake sauce for After Effects for Davinci Resolve. I'm not exactly sure what was all involved in shake sauce and all that, but nevertheless, I wanted to come up with something similar for Davinci Resolve. Now the link is down below the like button. Make sure you use code Rumble at checkout for 20% off for the first week. Anything after the first week, you get 10% off to the end of the month. Now, after downloading the preset pack, you'll get 3 zip files. Once they're unzipped, you'll get a DRFX. If you've been around the channel for a minute now, you just simply double click. It'll bring up your Davinci Resolve. I'm gonna minimize this. Since I haven't installed, it's asking me to overwrite, but if your first initial install, it'll ask you to install it. So I'm gonna just hit overwrite. Then from there, you can go into effects. Go hit the drop down, the little arrow. If you download any of my presets before, you should have a file that says gsmixed. Click on it, and you'll have a layout of all the presets. Now, if you want to use the presets from the drop down, you actually have to create a compound clip first. So I go in here and say, for instance, I want my effect to take place here. I select my clip. Now, if you hold shift and hit the arrow key to the right, it'll take you over exactly 1 second. All the presets are actually 1 second long. So then I can select my clip again, then my right click, new compound clip, create. And then I can go through here and just grab one and drag and drop. So now after you play it back, you get a quick flash and a quick little shake. And zoom in a little bit so you can actually see a little bit better. And that's Rumble number 9, quick. So it's a little quick little shake. Now if I go into the Inspector tab, click on effects, I can actually cut the flash off if I want to. So if I hit the off button and then go back and replay it, it just gives me the rumble effect. I gave you the option where you can change the edges of the effect if you want to. So say for instance, if it's on default, which is canvas, you'll notice you'll see a little bit of black here on the edges. Versus if I go back into mirror, it'll replicate the edges and it will more or less keep your footage seamless. You can also change the effect of the motion blur from the Inspector tab. And as always, I did leave this open-ended. So if you go into the Inspector tab and click on this little fusion icon, you see the effect here. I'm gonna right click and ungroup. There's only a few nodes here. You have the brightness, flash, transform, where you can change the size and the edges. Now, if you don't want to mess around with compound clips or have to cut up your footage, you can actually use the adjustment clips. So if I double click on this is actually a Davinci Resolve project file. So it's gonna bring it up here. Mine's gonna say copy because I already did this before, but yours is gonna be, well, yours is just say Rumble pack adjustment clips. So click OK. It's gonna load up everything and go into the media pool, and you'll see a number of adjustment clips. So I'm gonna bring in some more media. So now I got a clip on my timeline. I can go in here now I got a clip on my timeline. I can go into one of these folders or bins, and you got a number of adjustment clips. I think this is one of the zooms. You just bring it down over your footage. So if you go in here to the Inspector tab, you still have the same controls. This particular one has like a quick zoom in and out. And once again, you get the brightness flash. Like I said, you can cut that on or off. And you see it actually pretty much pumps. It does like almost like a screen pump throughout the whole effect, almost into the end. Then I can grab another adjustment clip, bring it down here. More or less the same, but a little less intense. If you want to, you can just stack on top. I don't know why you want to do that, but you could. Depending on the strength of the computer, it could mess up something because there's a lot of motion blur going on. So I'm gonna go back here and double click on this and bring one of these in, more of a subtle kind of realistic camera shake. And you can actually stack these. So say for instance, you want to make like a bass hit effect. You can just go in here into the Inspector tab, cut off the brightness flash. I cut it off here. And say for instance, these were 2 markers or like the beat in the song. And get the little shake there for each one of them. If you want to, you can stack them and layer however you want to. Now, once you boot up the project once, you don't have to go back into this project just to get the adjustment clips. Select them all and then just drag them to your power bin. If you don't have power bins open, I'm gonna drag and drop it. And you can actually see the clips here in my power bin now. You don't have your power bins open, you go up into the little 3-dot menu and click on show power bins. And then what that's gonna do, if I go back to the little home icon here, I can go back into my original project, double click. I go into my power bins and the folders are already there. So then I can just drag and drop from any project. And then power bins carry over to any and all your projects. So therefore your adjustment clips are always there. Then last but not least, you got the final folder. It just got 6 sound effects in it. So you play it real quick. Just quick, they're 1 second little intervals. Different little sound, just in case you want to use the clips like a transition. You throw that little extra flair in there with the sound effect. I think I covered all the bases. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below. With this pack too, you also get free updates of any tweaks or any adjustments I make in the future. Just keep an eye on your emails. I'll send the email out to you, or follow me on Instagram. To everybody who follow the community tab and follow me on Instagram and send me a DM, you should have a link for the free download. Congratulations, you made the cut. Now, if you caught the preset pack, be sure to share whatever you made with me on either on Instagram YouTube, or drop it in the Discord. All the links are in the description down below. Until the next video, I'll holler at you next time.